In the recent board meeting, the mayor passionately spoke of her dedication to the community, even comparing herself to Jesus.
Because at the end of the day, they talked about Jesus Christ. So why don't I think y'all are not going to do me the same way? Somebody that's healing y'all and helping y'all. Same thing I'm over here doing, right? Healing and helping.
Her public persona may sparkle, but the truth hidden in the shadows speaks volumes. But amidst this rhetoric, another story emerges, one of tangible dedication and unwavering commitment. Meet Dr. Nicole Scott, the powerhouse behind the American Association of Single Parents, a nonprofit with a relentless drive to uplift the community. Dr. Scott invested in the potential of Dolton, purchasing the 83,000 square foot strip mall on 142nd and King Drive with a vision to revitalize the area, to create the ABBA Recreation and Resource Center. Yet despite her best efforts, progress stalls. Mayor Tiffany Henyard and her administrator Keith Freeman halts her plans, denying permits crucial for community growth and development.
My name is Dr. Nicole Scott, and I am the president and founder of American Association of Single Parents. We support the single parent community through charitable, social, and educational programs. We do that with the hope that they will become agents of change in their community. Part of our charitable assistance program, we have what's called the Free Indeed Market. I'm a woman of faith, and so everything that we do is connected to the Word of God. And so Free Indeed Market is a pantry. It's a client choice pantry, and it comes from the scripture found in John 8:36, who the Son sets free is free indeed. And so the market is called Free Indeed Market, where grocery shopping is literally 100% free. And so we are serving here in Dolton. We opened up in September 2021, and we've been serving here in Dolton at the market since then. And the space that we are in is about 5,500 square feet. But I clearly heard God tell me that you needed the entire building. And for those of you who don't know, this space is 83,000 square feet of space that we have been able to acquire in the village of Dolton. And with this space, we decided to create or establish the ABBA Center. ABBA meaning father. A father is supposed to protect, guide, and support his family, and we decided those are the kind of programming and services that we wanted to offer here in the village of Dolton. And with that, we had high hopes to be able to work with the current administration, Tiffany Henyard and her administration over at the village of Dolton. However, since we closed on the property in June of 2023, we have not been able to do that. We have had meetings. I wrote a letter. We've made several attempts to really make this work. However, we're at a standstill. The ABBA Recreation Resource Center was going to have a myriad of services for the community. For those who are looking for shelter, for people who have small children and they want assistance with raising their children, financial literacy, a number of services that we know the community needs because they've told us. I know the mayor talks about how she wants to make progress, and initially we wanted to do that with her. However, because of their interest in the property, there has not been any assistance for us. And so we're at a standstill. We have all this space to really build out and create a space that will put Dolton on the map. However, we are not getting permits. We are not receiving business license to open up our thrift store. And so those are the things that we need to move forward and to have a space for Dolton residents and really South Suburban Cook County. There is not a facility like this close to downtown in the south suburbs for this community. This is a food desert. This community is struggling right now with having resources accessible to the residents. If we do not get the necessary documentation from the village, like permits and business license to open up our thrift store, and we go ahead and just open up, one, that's wrong on our part. I'm trying to do things decent and in order. I don't believe in doing things under the table or wrong, you know. And so they will come over here and they will write tickets. My repairman for the roof, because the building that we have needs a lot of repair, but we are not even in a position to even do any repairs. The repair company for the roof was over to do an assessment and begin to fix the roofing issues, and he was given a $500 fine for just doing repairs. We had a dumpster out back when we first closed on the property to just throw out garbage. And we were told that we could not have a dumpster out back to throw out garbage. We weren't doing any demo, we weren't doing any kind of construction. We were just throwing out trash. And we were told that we could not do that. And so we can't move forward. And I know that the hope and the goal is, if we don't open up the thrift store, if they don't give us the permit or the license to open up the thrift store, then that we will run out of money. They'll financially bankrupt us, and that we will have to, you know, lose the building, or, you know, they'll come in and they'll take it. So this space is going to be our thrift store. However, right now, all we can do is use it for storage. We were only able to demo it and pull up the flooring and things like that, because we have not been allowed to move forward with the renovation, because we are not allowed a business license or a permit to do that. And this space was intended to create financial stability for the organization, so that we could continue to serve the community at a greater capacity. I truly believe that the reason they are not allowing me to move forward is because they want this property. The current village administrator, Keith Freeman, was a part of a group that initially went in to purchase the property. Now, I have to go back and talk about me being a woman of faith. And when we initially started leasing this space, I was walking around in here getting ready to serve the community, and I clearly heard God say, "You need the entire building." And so, you know, when you hear something like that and you feel it in your spirit, I immediately got nervous. So I went and got my pastor, and he went and got Keith Freeman and another gentleman. It was supposed to be the four of us who were going to go in together and purchase this property to do some really good work in the community. I thought that that was the way to go, but clearly it was not, because there was less communication with me about the dealings or what was going on with the property. And eventually, you know, I spoke with Keith Freeman about it, and he says, well, you know, the owners have so many things that they need to do with the property, so on and so forth. But the deal fell through. It didn't work. And I clearly again heard God tell me, that's not what I told you to do. So from that, the owners came back to me again and said, Dr. Scott, we would like for you to purchase the property. We see what you're doing in the community. We see your vision, and we really would like for you to have the property. We want somebody that's ministry minded, that will, you know, serve the community in that capacity. And I said, okay. And that's when the process started. It took us a year to get through it, but the owners wanted us to purchase the property. This space here, we're planning to expand the market so that we will be able to serve more people at one time. we'll have a larger shopping area to be able to serve more people in the community. This is the common area of the building. Over on this side of the building, we have a barbershop, a nail salon, and we want to bring in other retailers. In this strip mall, we are looking at bringing in a credit union that will teach the community members who want to do business there, financial literacy if they want it, how to save, those types of programming we want to establish here. Because we are not getting permits, and if anybody goes over to apply for an application to lease space over here, to start a business or put their business here, it's denied. So, Habakkuk 2:2. Again, I told you I'm a woman of faith, and so everything here is tied to the Bible. But Habakkuk 2:2 says, "Write the vision and make it plain, so that men will take it and run with it." And so this entire wing is dedicated to nonprofit organizations that may not have brick and mortar, that need a facility to service their clients. You know, a lot of times people start organizations because it's their calling, it's their duty, it's their mark on life. And this will be a space where they can start to grow and develop and make those things happen, not just for them, but for the community as a whole. When earlier this year, I tried to have our roofing company come out to patch the area, but he was given a $500 fine for trying to do repairs. And so these are the things that we have to deal with because we are not able to get the permits that we need to begin the repair process for this facility. It's really unbelievable what we could do with this facility. And so this space used to be a banquet hall. And this is exactly what we would like to do. We would like to revitalize this facility, this space, so that we could bring that thriving community back. The gatherings, the conferences, the business meetings, the weddings. We want to be able to do that in the city of Dolton rather than take those dollars to other communities. We want to be able to have those celebrations right here. And so this is a large space. It definitely needs a lot of repairs, which we're trying to do, but we have not been able to make progress. Here we have our recreation space, or at least what we want to be our recreation space, really our multi-purpose space where we could do a number of community projects, events, things like that, where the community could come together. Instead of going elsewhere to in other cities and towns to have their events, they could do them right here. And then also with our multi-purpose space, the goal is to bring our education programs, ACE. ACE stands for Academics Creating Excellence, which is our before and after school program. We plan to bring that down here into this space over here. There are bathrooms along this wall. And this will become part of our educational programs along with 2 other classrooms. But as you can see, everything needs repairs, but we're not able to do that because of the holdup with our permits to do the repairs and renovations.
I'm grateful that Dr. Scott wants to be a part of the Dolton community. The services they're providing are desperately needed, which is demonstrated by the 12,000 people that she's already serviced. So what I'm seeing right now is really a tragedy that we can't open something that helps our community, helps our people, and really would beautify downtown Dolton and do it in the right way. I think it's shameful that this administration would do things to prevent businesses like this from coming in our community. We really need to work together, partner. The Board of Trustees and myself are going to do everything we can to make sure this business is open for Dolton residents.
And so the purpose of me doing this video is not to slam Mayor Henyard. I don't wish anybody over there any ill will, but what I do want to do is get a response. I need an answer, because nothing has been said to us as to why we're getting pushback. You would think that this is an easy win. You know, this is something that would be in Dolton that ultimately would make their administration look good. But we're getting the pushback. And so I just want a response. I just want to know why we're not getting the assistance that we need to move forward, to make progress that she always talks about. This is good progress. We're not serving liquor. We're here to create a hub of resources and services for the community that would support the community at a greater capacity. And so we just want to know why we're not getting the support that we should. I really believe that the reason this is happening is because they want me to lose the property. They want me to not be able to pay the taxes or pay the bills and lose the property. I truly believe what God has for you is for you. What God has for me is for me. And it was clearly meant for our organization to own this property so we could do what we are wanting to do or attempting to do in the community. However, the goal for the administration, we believe, is to starve us out so that we will lose the property and they can come in and just take it. But at this point, that's not going to happen. If you want to support us to help us keep our doors open while we are waiting for the administration to get on board to, help us make progress, you can reach us at www.aasp-inc.org, or you can call us at 708-465-5600.